Hi, welcome back to Crystal Faye's YouTube channel. And today we are making quick and easy chili. I don't have a lot of time. I have two hungry boys. They just got out of school. And if you want a recipe for some quick, easy chili, just stay tuned. Zachariah is playing basketball in here, and we're gonna try to get this chili done so that we can put the boys in the bath and food in their tummy. Quick, easy chili. Here we go. Okay, so these are the ingredients that I have. So I have them in two categories. The must-have. So, quick trick. Taco seasoning is a must. You're looking like taco seasoning. It is going to take your chili up a notch. We have McCormick chili seasoning. I like to get the one with the 30% less sodium because I do add my own spices. I chopped up a purple onion. Chop it up as small as you want it to go. I have a bell pepper and I just put it in the oven to roast it. It was kind of old, but I wanted to roast it to have a roasted flavor. I am using two types of meat. One is going to be ground turkey. I'm not going to use all of this, maybe half of it. And I also like to use some ground beef. This is 93.7. Sometimes I like to do 80-20 better, but this is what I got from Aldi's. This fire roasted tomatoes is going to jazz your chili up. Trust me. I have the chili beans. Sometimes I go with organic, but this is what I had in my cabinet. Barbecue sauce and garlic. If you just use all of this, your chili is going to be great. However, this is my extra stuff that I'm using that I like to season my meat with. All of this. I really like some smoked paprika. It gives it a little smoky flavor. I don't use a lot of sugar, but sugar is going to add a little something to it. And jerk seasoning, my to-go-to. So this is the must-have. This is the extra stuff. So let's get to cooking, guys. Okay. The skillet on high, and we're gonna start with our meat, okay? I'm using all of the ground beef. It wasn't a lot, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of turkey. So I add my ground beef. So I'm not using all of this ground beef. This is 3 pounds. I'm just using a little less than a pound. So everything on this side I'm using. I want my chili to be meaty. I only use 1 can of beans because my family don't like a lot of beans, but I like beans. So if you can see, I'm gonna put this in a plastic bag to keep this for later, and this is what I'm using. Okay. So this is the ground beef and the ground turkey, and it's gonna start to cook and brown, okay? So this is how it looks at first, but I'm gonna mix it together. Okay, as my meat is starting to brown, I'm going to add the peppers. So you can see I added the whole pepper to that. And then I'm also going to add my taco seasoning, okay? So that's gonna be the first seasoning to this. So that's not peppers, I'm sorry, that is onions. My purple onions I had to add because I like the onions to caramelize and flavor the meat. And then we're gonna do taco seasoning. Let's do that. We're gonna chop it up. You gotta trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. This is a taco seasoning. I'm gonna add the whole pack. And I get, once again, the one that has less sodium because I add a lot more other seasoning, okay? And let's mix that up. Mix that up, okay? You can use just a regular bell pepper, but the roasted bell pepper is going to give it a little bit more smoky roasted flavor. So let's mix this up. You have the onion, you have the ground turkey, and you have the ground beef. So we're winding down. The next ingredients, we're gonna add our garlic. This is gonna be last. I'm gonna add these, the roasted tomatoes. I'm gonna rinse off the baked beans, and that's gonna be added kind of last too. So let's add a teaspoon or a tablespoon of minced garlic. I like a lot of flavor. So that is it. And look at that. That is browning really nice. You have the bell peppers, you have the purple onion, you have the ground turkey and the ground beef, and you have the taco seasoning. That's a lot of flavor already. However, we're gonna kick it up a notch. So I don't measure any of my seasonings. I just season to how I like it. This is the part when your meat is becoming brown, we're gonna add flavor to it. So whatever flavors you have, just a dash, don't get so heavy, but we're adding flavor into our meat. I'm going to add my tomatoes. I'm gonna add the whole can because I need a little bit more sauce in here because sometimes some things start to stick to the skillet. So I'm gonna add my tomatoes and then I'm going to finish adding my seasonings. Okay, one thing I like to do with my beans is rinse them off. I kind of hate the sauce that's in the beans, so I kind of rinse the beans off, rinse the sauce off in the beans. So rinse off your beans because I just don't like the sauce that comes with it. Okay, an easy way is if you could have poured the beans in a strainer and rinsed it off, but I was trying to hurry and record, so I did not pour them in the strainer. But I hate all the juice that comes with the
What are you making,
chili. I'm making chili, Caleb. So I rinsed it off while I was in the can, but to take most of the flavor off of it is my objective. So I'm just gonna mix all of this together, and as you can see, it's starting to look like a chili, but we will make it into a chili. I have to add a little bit more seasonings. I have to add the sweet baby rays and a little bit of sugar. Okay, I'm gonna add these to the chili now. And then I'll wrap it up. Okay. So we're gonna add just a little bit of seasoning salt. We're gonna add a little bit of the paprika, the smoked paprika, just a little bit, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not measuring. We're gonna add a little bit of my Cajun seasoning because I like a little bit of kick. A little bit of jerk seasoning. And it's just a little bit, just a little bit. I already added garlic, but I do like a little garlic powder. And this chicken flavor, even though it's not chicken, don't judge me, but that is all of the seasonings that we are adding. So I'm gonna mix it all up, and then we're gonna do our chili package, and then we're gonna do a little bit of barbecue sauce, and then I'll get back to you, okay? I mixed all the seasoning. Now let's add sweet baby rays. I'm gonna add a nice amount. Of course, not the whole bottle, not half the bottle, but a nice amount. So that's about good. And I'm gonna add the sugar. It's not a lot. See, I have a 1/4 cup, but I didn't even fill it up. It's just like to cover the bottom. So we're gonna add that on top of that. See, not a lot, but just enough to give it a little sweet smoky flavor. And let's mix it all together. I'm about to add the chili seasoning last, the whole pack, and I'm going to add 2 cups of water and stir it in there. Okay, just trust the process. Okay, this is 1 cup of water, and I'm gonna add another cup of water. So this is the 2nd cup of water. And then we're gonna mix it all together. And my stove is on medium now, but we're gonna cut it down low once it comes to like a little boil. I'm gonna show you. As you see, my chili is coming to a boil, it's boiling. So I'm going to reduce my heat to low, and I'm going to cover it and let it simmer. So cut it all the way down to low and just let it simmer, right? For all the flavors and stuff. It should start to come all the way down, and then we're gonna prepare it. And I'm gonna let it sit for maybe 10 minutes so all the flavors can gather and stuff. And I'm gonna chop up some avocado, I have some guacamole, I'm gonna do some scallions, and we're gonna top it with some cheese and everything like that, and that's it. Okay, so the chili has been sitting, and you see how meaty it is. It's not soupy. I don't like a really thick chili, but this is my nice consistency. Very meaty, some beans, but not a lot, and we are ready to serve it up. If you would like for it to be a little thicker, just continue to let it simmer. And every now and then, if you are gonna continue to let it simmer, make sure you kind of like clear out the bottom so that nothing is burning or scraping, getting scorched at the bottom of your plate. So we're going to load it up because it's all done. So this is everything that we have to go on the chili. We have some sour cream. We have some chips, of course. We have some green scallions. We have some peppers, jalapeno peppers, some fresh avocado that I diced up here, some shredded cheese, some pico de gallo, and some guacamole. And I set it up like this so that everybody could just dive into whatever they want to eat. This is my husband's bowl. I'm going to fix it. And these are my kids. And we're going to have a quick chili dinner. So this is his bowl of chili. We're going to add a little scallions. He likes a lot of those. We're going to add a big hearty thing of cheese. Cheese to that. We're going to add a few jalapenos. I don't know if he likes those. I'm gonna do some guac. I'm touching it with my hand because this is my husband. And a little pico. Pico on there. That's gonna be good. Little pico. There we go. Oh, a little bit more. Need the vegetables. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the sour cream on top, and there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And I have some chips on the side. So once again, this is my easy, quick chili, especially for this VLOGTOBER season. It is hearty, it is fulfilling, it is smoky, it is a little bit of sweet. It is a nice consistency. So if you want a quick and easy recipe for this chili, get into it. Until next time, thank you for watching my channel and subscribe. My husband says, don't be phony. But yeah, it's good.